copying that same thing. I'm sending it to you.
Is it different?
It's not. It's the same thing. Can you see? I just copied and sent it to you. Yeah, it's live.
Yes.
It's live. It's live. I got the end stream thing.
It's going.
It's
It's
going. It's
live.
going.
Are
Please
we
send the
good?
notification. Yeah, we are good.
Good. Mute.
Yeah, I can see end stream thing. I can see excellent connection. I can see live 16 seconds. My mic is not muted, so people can hear us.
Yes, they
It's
can.
it's been what the hell?
Okay. I'm going to see. It's not there. Thumbnail is not there. Why?
This podcast is a show where two kids with a messed up childhood discuss about a topic, and this podcast is sponsored by our very own Dad's Wallet.
Ladies and gentlemen, are we live? Hello?
Yes.
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
With a lot of technical difficulties and one podcast being missed, we are live and we are here.
Yes. We are.
And gamer is just like, yes.
I'm just processing. Thumbnail is not working. My
Half
the
of this stuff
description was
just
messed up.
broke.
Just broke everything, bro. Someone already disliked for the intro itself. I'm sorry if you offended you.
Sorry for having like the same intro from past four podcasts. We'll change it. Contact outdated.
And yeah, guys, before starting going forward, we wanna sincerely apologize for not making last Sunday on your screens. We tried our best. Like up to 7:50, we were fighting. I was calling. I'm like, hello, Fanta, are you coming? Hello. My man was like fast asleep. He was not feeling good, so hope you guys didn't take it. Many people, for surprise, many people were concerned. They're like, bro, why didn't you?
What? Where is the podcast? Excuse me.
So many people did feel bad. My bad for that. And yeah, so we will be trying to be more regular, and we have a lot of shit planned. So yeah. With that said, what is a podcast? It's basically like a talk show where we discuss about a topic. Navneet, we talk about stuff. So talking about podcast.
Okay, this is an ongoing meme. If you haven't already, and if you haven't like kept up with his channel or my channel, everything we'll talk about, we're gonna be like talking about that. We run a podcast. So it's an ongoing meme.
Ongoing meme over there. So yeah, a podcast basically a talk show where we discuss about a stuff, and we actually, I don't know how we did it. We actually managed to do 3 full episodes, and this is the 4th one. So it's pretty darn interesting. The fact that we are doing a 4th one. So yeah, thanks for all the support. Thanks to you guys who are coming. Now there are people who are coming to every single podcast, and like the fact last Sunday we didn't stream it, and people were like, bro, where is it?
Where is it?
That was
Dude,
genuinely
We genuinely need those things, mate. We are getting used to your podcast too much. The thing is, like, you guys giving up your Sunday night for our bullshit. Yeah, we respect that. And we actually thank you for that every single time we show up here. Guest or no? No guest today. Our guest was too busy.
yes. And talking about guest, guys, hear us out. The guests for the next, we're not gonna tell the names, but the guest for the next week Sunday's podcast is kind of a huge deal. Not gonna lie, the fact that we are just 5 episodes in, sorry, 3 episodes in, we managed to
Actually create our names for somewhere at least. And the second part is we are gonna go live on Spotify soon.
Yep. So we are trying our best. The fact I'm not flexing now, but genuinely this podcast we put in like little effort of thinking and sitting and planning for the podcast. The fact we start a little bit early is pretty darn lit.
And like sooner or later we are gonna try to expand this way beyond any other podcast in India I have personally seen a gaming podcast has ever gone. Like we'll break every single boundary we know personally.
Dave is in the chat. Guys, for those people who don't know Dave is another fellow content creator in the Fortnite community who's running a podcast. Check him out. Shameless plug, but he's genuinely doing a good show. His show is called The Late Late Chat, which is pretty darn good. Check him out. And Dave, means a lot, bro. Thanks for coming and tuning into our podcast.
Tuning into our small little podcast.
Small little podcast.
Dude.
And before talking even anything, so thanks for Outdated and Crystal. We finally have our own Discord. Yes, we finally have our own 2HP podcast, guys. The link is down in the description. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug at its finest.
So go join the podcast. We are trying our level best to add in a lot of stuff. And to be fair, we are filled with ideas for the next upcoming 10 podcasts. And we have planned so much big stuff. So I can't tell you what it is because it is so I want to tell it, but it will spoil the fun. But it is worth the wait, and the next episode is gonna blow your minds. So stay tuned for it, and do join the Discord link is down in the description.
Dude, in Discord, so from now on, from now on, we're gonna start making this much more bigger than anything we ever imagined personally. And the thing is, like, We kinda have two managers somehow.
Yes. And
So
we are working offline to make this podcast. Wait, no, Discord link is down in the description. I can see it. I can see it in some 3 devices.
okay, so
So
the problem is YouTube is seriously glitchy right now. The
yeah,
thumbnail is not showing up. The description didn't update twice already.
guys.
We had a fake like live stream. We were just trying to get a normal live stream up. It went live with the wrong title. Okay, anyways, we are wasting too much time on this random
Okay.
conversation. So the like one second, came here, listen.
Yes. Yes.
So what do you think? Like, how is like the podcast? Like, what is like our podcast today about?
Podcast. So if we don't want to obliquely tell the title and spoil it for you guys, but
But the point is, they are
something to
there.
do with us, like all the people who are in the chat, all the people who are in the live chat, and me and Fanta. It's related with every single one in this live stream.
The best part is, it's about you guys today.
Yes, it's about you guys.
No streamer, no random crap. It's about like it's about you. The people give their actual life hours where they could have done something like done something productive or done something else. You give time to us idiots, like
So
we idiots in general.
yep.
So it's about you guys today.
Yes,
Way out
it's
of the
about
box.
you guys. And yeah, so Fanta, what do you think is one good thing you like other than the fame? Well, my man is so famous now, 1.22k, and other than the
Okay.
fame
No.
and other than the clout, what do you think is the real reason of you doing YouTube? Like the real reason why, if someone asks you why are you doing YouTube, what would be your answer?
The funniest part is this question actually kinda came up. So today one of the random guys showed up on my stream. So today when I was live in the morning, Mox and other people, we have mutual viewers. So at the end of the day, like one guy asked, "How much have you earned from YouTube yet?" And I was like, "Nothing." Duh, I have not earned a single penny, and I'm still proud of it.
Yeah.
And it's all about the guys I met because of YouTube. Like funny part is like we just like I wake up and like back in the day when I wasn't doing YouTube, nobody gave a shit like who I was. Like nobody cared like who is fantastic. Like he's just a random dude playing games again.
Yeah.
And now it is like I wake up and like my DM is like full of people actually being like, Fanta, when is the stream today? What are we doing today? What's up? Like, do you want to play today? Like random shit. I launch a
It's
game.
the same old Fanta with few people who are really concerned about him.
Yeah,
It's like people are genuinely like want to know what he's up to, what is the schedule gonna look like, what he's gonna stream for us, what do we have in for it.
like at the end of the day, I never expected to have something like this. Like these set of people, like just so many of them, just being like, what's up, Fanta? How's life?" And the name Fanta wasn't taken up by me. Like this name, who named himself Fanta?
Just chosen by the people.
They gave me the name Fanta. Like, like normally speaking, like I name my real name is Fantastic. Fantastic GYT is my channel, but
Yeah.
nobody in the entire world calls me Fanta. Like no, sorry, Fantastic. Nobody calls me Fantastic. Nobody cares. Everybody just calls me Fanta.
Everyone is lazy too. Who would sit and type fantastic JYT? Oh, no. People are like Fanta. Like, yeah, let's go Fanta.
Dude, it's seriously like this is something. This is all the love and shit that was given by the community to me, and I guess
And-
the same goes for you.
Yeah, the thing was, I'll tell you this. So we are in almost like 11 months in 2020. I don't know how we did it, guys. Boys, we survived. By the way, just a small, friendly little reminder. I don't want to make it NSFW, but people who are participating in NNN, all the best for you guys. Yeah, and coming back to our stuff. So we are 11 months in 2020, and if you just take the same dude who's sitting and talking with Fanta, just like the Jan of 2020, no one cares I'm alive except my parents, of course. No one gave a shit. Like, yeah, this dude, my friends, of course, my friends do call me, but 2020 when I was in this quarantine lockdown, that's the time I realized that friends who I thought are my friends are not thinking the same. People have been like, I've been thinking they are my best friend, but they are not. So I just, once I got into this streaming, live streaming, and creating content, that's when I met some amazing people, like amazing, like they are really good. I can share any stuff with them. Like and I met the most amount of people, and I'm pretty sure in the next 5 years I will never meet these guys. Like next 5 years I will hardly meet 4 5 friends in IRL, but in this quarantine I met like some 100 people in like on via online. And the fact, once we built a channel, like it was not like it was crazy that people are sitting down and watching me from the other side, me playing, and then me, and at the end of the day I'm pretty sure everyone like who does YouTube has different set of goal. But I can tell this from my side and Fantas POV that my end of the day, it's of for me, creating a YouTube is to create a community, to create a group of people who are like-minded.
Like-minded and just
Yes.
want to have fun in their lives.
Yeah, and not for the cloud fame, because that is something which is, it comes and goes by. If you do a good stuff, your value increases, your respect increases, and you do one tiny mistake, it drops down. And the crazy part is the same people who let you grow, the group, the community which we are talking, which is letting you grow, if you do the same mistake, those will be the first people who will pull you down. So that's how crazy this community thing is. And I am really, really happy that I'm part of this community where people do understand what we are going through. There are some people who are genuinely concerned what is going in our IRL life than our this one online life.
Yeah, and the best part is, these are the people like, you know, like it's just Fortnite and other stuff, right? That got us together. Like, who would have imagined the game that half of the Indians don't care about? 98% of the gamers in India don't care about Fortnite being existent.
Yeah.
But the funniest part is, that's the best community. Like, we could have easily gone to PUBG Mobile.
Yeah.
I'm being genuinely honest. And would have been like at 10,000 subscribers right now or something like that.
Bro, we would having like what's our watching looking like 15. It'll be like 1.5k people watching us. It's easy. And at the
Now-
end of the day, we're not doing for the watching or the views or the cash. So it's like these 15 people, as Fanta told, we could have gone into any game, but I'm pretty sure we would have not met these amazing people in the line.
Yeah, like we could have got like that's the thing now. This gradual growth, right, shows the more we grow in our lives, right, this community is gonna have a great transition. Less and less people. This is like a con I should not say out loud, but I'm gonna say it still. More and more people are gonna be there for subscribers rather than for us.
Yes.
Like as a friends and other stuff. Like more and more people are gonna transition towards that. Like, and they were gonna less care about what kind of a person I am or what kind of a nature I have. They'll be like, okay, he's a really huge YouTuber. That only matters. But as like ask any YouTuber on the platform, and you're gonna get most of them. Like I'm not saying all of them, but most of them are gonna have the same reply as me. Like YouTube has its pros and cons, and the con we looked into is like we can't seem to find real friends that much. Like it's harder.
See, the thing about we are not doing, like, though we are talking community. See, at one time I hope success for Fanta and myself. I pray to God we blow up. If we blow up and hit like let's say 1 million, we at one point we can't pay attention to every single stuff, but at least at that point we'll know people who have been through our early grind, and they will have a special place in our heart because they were there with us when we had nothing, and they are there now when we have everything. So those guys who are there in the that's how the communities and everything gets formed. Like if you take it back like 10 years or 20 years back now, let's say 10 years, gaming in general was not a community. Like gaming was a very small community. There was like communities are existing, like there's community for every single stuff we talk. It's not only for gaming thing, it'll be existing for a brand, it'll be existing for the set of stuff you follow. But before, if you take it 10 years ago, gaming in general was like it was like a collective set of people who played, because either it was too rich or it was not available for everyone. And
And
go on, go on.
let's just take this topic from being like negative and positive and take the best part of gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you would have been playing alone a game.
Yeah.
Imagine solo queuing in Fortnite, solo queuing in Valorant Comp, and solo queuing everywhere. Imagine how would that feel? Like, it's not a pleasant experience, being honest. And like, if we remove our communities from the equation, it would be bad. Dude,
See,
seriously.
5 years ago, video gaming was a crime. It's not that it was a very small niche, like a collective set of people used to do it. And now the fact the gaming is a huge community, and there are sub communities under that. There's a community for Fortnite, there's a community for Valorant, there's a community for Destiny 2. There's like community for all the games now. And it was so crazy that few years ago gaming was a community one and there was no sub communities among them. But now we have like a gaming is a huge community. In under that, you need to find a niche. If you want to play Fortnite, you can't just go to a gaming community and expect everyone to play Fortnite. You have options. Yeah, you can join whichever community you want. You have certain amount of options to go and choose by.
At the end of the day, you'll find like-minded people in this community.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
That's the best stuff. And like even games, like like before, in general, you need to go search for people who are playing games. Like say you are playing StarCraft, you're playing someone like an old game, and way back when you want to find someone who plays the game, it's very tough. It's like probability. You're gonna play a probability thing to find a guy who plays the game. Whereas
And
now,
find a guy who you can actually like play happily with. Like your strategies matches with his. That used
Yeah.
to be hard. Like that used to be harsh in general. Like, oh my god, I have to go to an LFG group. If you don't know what's an LFG, LFG is looking for group. Like that's the
Yeah.
full form of an LFG. So going to an LFG group and like what the hell, like you can't find anybody, like straight up nobody is like you, like
Yeah.
10 years back, because the community was so small,
was very
and
small.
finding like-minded people was almost like a miracle half of the time.
And more than that, once you're into that gaming community, it'll be very hard to find the people who play the game, because gaming is small. In top of that, there are many games back then, and gaming community was a very small thing. It was a very small thing. But now run it back today, like to coming to the present, gaming community is like a huge chunk, and under that we have sub communities. We have like Fortnite. Under Fortnite, we have people who are in creative. There's separate community for people who grind in creative, people who like this stuff, like who play for the content in Fortnite battle royale, and people, there's a separate community for competitive. So, and there is even feuds between the communities within a game. People in competitive don't like people within the normal battle royale, people who play for fun, and people in creative, though, they are in their own nashe. They'll be like they're chilling. They're like, nah, we just create maps. And so there are sub communities and stuff which is pretty damn mind blowing.
And the
So
best part is, right,
yeah.
because of a community, we have formed some really good games in past 2 years.
Yeah.
You know Fortnite, right?
Yes.
Like
Who doesn't know?
in the start, they heard community almost for every single update.
Yeah.
You want a new gun? Here you go. You want a
Yeah.
broken meta? Here you go. You want to change something? Here you go. You have a design of a new city that we can add to the game? Here you go. Like they used to give everything to the community.
And the
Community asked for
fact,
it.
and the fact, after an update, a developer sits down, turns on his camera. What's up, Epic Gamers? Today in the new patch, they sit down and explain to their community. And if that, and in the comment section, if the community didn't like it, they'll outrageously tell it we didn't like it. And the next patch, they'll sit down and they will correct it. So this transparency between the developer and the guys who play the game, that's the beautiful part of a community. Like they try to keep it as transparent as possible, so the problems or any pro or any flaws happening within the game, can be easily been discussed.
That's the best one that Lama said. The reason a huge chunk of Fortnite community is disappointed by the game or left the game is just like, give us the money, we'll do a collab. DC collab, Marvel collab, over and over happening in the exact same universe. That's ridiculously not something what community asks for. You know
Like
the
the
best
thing-
part, like that's the thing. CS:GO blew up. Like sorry,
Yeah.
Valorant blew up, not CS:GO.
Valorant.
Every complaint a CS:GO player had, they just fixed it.
Yes. And the fact they waited, they could have released the game like this. The project, the Valorant, the pre alpha stage of the game was known as Project A. The Project A was in funding past 5 years, so the game could have come even at 2015, but they wait. They just took a hold. They just kept hearing the communities. They were part of CS:GO community. The developers, the whole Riot was in CS:GO community, sitting and listening to people. What are their problems? They just waited. And when the COVID stuck in and when players were tired of playing CSGO, they're like, let me step in and let me give them a new competitive game to play. And
Every
that's where,
problem you have,
Yes.
will fix it. Every single one of them. 128 tick servers? Here you go. Mumbai servers? Here you go. Like straight up.
that's the reason people in Fortnite still can't believe how responsive Valorant communities are. Like the devs over there, they created a sub Twitter handle. That's how the communities is like growing. They created a sub Twitter handle for Southeastern and Asia, like India and Pakistan and stuff. And they created a subsequent Discord page. And the developer team got split from the international team, and there's a separate Indian community team for Valorant. Developers are from India, like they are working on the Indian stuff, which is pretty darn mind blowing. Like for the game which came in 2020, they didn't have any like feedbacks and stuff. They blindly released a server, and the response is pretty damn going well. Like that's where Fortnite failed.
That's where they misjudged the community.
Yeah.
They didn't give the community the time or the stuff like to expand, to explore, to other stuff like that. If they might have given Indian community the time for us to expand our thing and like get out there and like much more explain our stuff much more better, I assure you there would have been a good chunk of chance the
Yeah.
second PUBG died, Fortnite would have blowed up. Like something might have happened because Fortnite had a huge ground to stand on.
By the way, the music is a little too loud. Just
I
get it
don't
down.
know. The song changed, so it was like the song is too loud in general.
Oh
I
yeah.
just turn it down even more.
Yeah, the thing about another thing which I want to point out is we have no hate towards Fortnite. The current state of Fortnite is stale and bad, but for props to Fortnite where it's to be given. Like they did give us the Mumbai server for a brief time, very brief time, which is not like even like a week or so. It's just like some 2 days or 1 day, and the players couldn't even half of the players didn't even get to experience it. Though, like I have screenshots from Crystal who she got like 0 ping, and I was like,
I used to get like 18 ping. Imagine. 18
that's
ping in Fortnite.
so crazy. Like they did give us. All I'm telling is, Epic could have like stayed and asked us a feedback. They should have kept a feedback. They should have said, ask the community, what do you guys think about the server? Is it working? What is happening? And we as a community would have responded. We would have had the Mumbai server way before Valorant came now and just gave us. We would have had a Fortnite Mumbai server. The problem was they just experimented. You know what would have happened? They would have experimented. They would have seen the player base. So once you set up a server, they would have get to know the count of people playing Fortnite in India, and the numbers would have been very low, and they have pulled back the server. So that's one mistake where Epic Games did. And another blow where Epic got was the mobile segment. That's where PUBG picked up. PUBG could run in almost all, whereas this Fortnite was more like an invitational thing. Samsung phones got it. These phones got it.
Yeah, Mox has a point. So Mumbai server still exists for Save the World. Who cares? How many people here play Save the World? Be honest.
Yeah, the thing is,
Other than for V-Bucks, that's the exact thing I used to play Save the World for. Like actually playing the game.
so that's so crazy.
Imagine getting the same thing even in Mumbai servers came and
So, Rata, what do you think about gaming communities in India in general? And tell me which is the best community you think in India, current, and which was, and what do you think is the state of gaming community in India?
sadly it's still PUBG.
Hmm.
and its Call of Duty is catching up,
Mm-hmm.
but they are the biggest communities in India. Like, it's not a PC game, and it's sad for me, but in general, as a community, if you're talking about a community, it's not sad.
Yeah.
Dying, they are relevant people, and they can crush us in seconds. Like, they can just snap the Thanos snap us, and we won't exist.
Yeah.
But yeah, these guys are the people. Like, these communities are the most heaviest, like most focused communities in India.
Mm-hmm.
And if we go outside, dang, the possibilities are infinite. Then we can go League of Legends.
Yes. And to answer that question, gaming community in India, I don't think PUBG, if you ask me last year, I can tell PUBG was really blowing up. They were like the biggest community in India. But now, my perspective is they are falling down. Now, if you guys don't know, they officially pulled the Asian servers from the mobile community, mobile PUBG. So they
Indian
officially.
Mumbai servers.
Yes,
Mumbai
so
servers, the Asia
you no
servers are
longer
still there.
can play PUBG Mobile from your phone. So that is crazy. So I think from now it's gonna be a gradual downhill unless they somehow do a big like get the genie lamp and just polish it and get the genie to get the game back to us. Other than that, I don't think there's any possibility to PUBG to rise. But currently, I think now is the best chance for a community to grow or a streamer to grow or a game to grow, because now as PUBG fame is down, the gamers will be looking for some other game to stick on or some other game to watch or some other game to think. And that way I feel Valorant, Warzone is doing a really good job. Both of these games are slowly and very slowly increasing. Warzone though very slow, but Valorant is getting the fame. I was so worried when Valorant is such a nice game. Yeah, the fact that we got the Indian servers, we are getting slowly recognized. Many people are playing Valorant just for the Mumbai servers to experience the game,
The
which is
best part is,
pretty
right,
damn good. Yeah,
a lot of PUBG streamers actually switched to Valorant. That gave the Indian community a insane boost.
yeah,
And like then the Valorant guys were like, yeah, this is the time to hit like seriously hard.
yeah.
Take Mumbai service.
I think the community that's what the beautiful part of community is. The Valorant people were just observing what is happening when PUBG just fell down. They're like, this is the time we should give them content so that we'll have gamers coming in. So they gave us new agents, new map, a new server to play on.
And the best part is it runs on absolutely anything.
And that, like Valorant is really smart. So if you even have a laptop, people who has a phone, they either don't have a laptop or they have a laptop which can't play many games. That's where Valorant is doing a good job. Now Valorant is doing a very very good job by releasing their game to phone.
On mobile, dude. Who would have thought?
It's gonna be a filler for people who are missing games. Okay, let's talk about games like community, mobile gaming community. Which is the game which is running now, Fanta? What do you think is the game of?
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
No, you're wrong. Free Fire. Free Fire is the most streamed game in the whole world, in YouTube gaming at least. Your mind
Are you
can
serious
be go-
right now?
You
Wait,
can
what?
go check it. You can see Garena Free Fire will have the number one watching in YouTube.
Free Fire
game.
blew up. Are you serious right now?
Free Fire was a thing, and now as PUBG is gone irrelevant, it's a thing now.
No. I don't believe you. I'm genuinely. This is not fake. This is my genuine. What is Free Fire on top?
I'm not kidding. Why should I do a clickbait? I'm not genuine. I see it every day.
And
I
the
sit and
funniest
cry
part is the
in
second
corner of my
highest
bed.
game is Among Us.
And I sit and cry in the corner of my bed. Like to be fair, Garena Free Fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm starting to stream Free Fire. Like it's happening. Like
The thing is, so that's when Valorant is gonna kick in. They'll be like, let us give them a competition, and I'm pretty sure people who are already played Valorant, they're gonna give it a try in their mobile, because if they don't have a very powerful laptop, they can run it on it. Because if a game is that light and has been able to run on a shitty laptop, you can run it on a shitty phone too. I'm pretty sure the future for Valorant and the community is gonna be really good. Like it's gonna be uphill from now, unless they take the path of Fortnite by not listening. I don't believe
I
to
don't
that,
think
because
Riot will ever do that. Riot knows their shit really well.
and the fact slowly Indian community like tournaments have been hosted by Flipkart, LG, all are slowly feeding in this tournaments thing, getting in the prize pool bigger and bigger. Slowly people are coming in, which is
Who would
damn
have thought Amazon and Flipkart are the people who are gonna like, they'll actually put their money in PC games in India.
in India.
In
And
like,
the fact that there are Discord communities which are hosting tournament, that's an amazing thing I'm witnessing. Like though it was a thing, whereas like I'll tell you, Fortnite Indian community is very small, very small. It
it's
is,
really niche.
yeah, it's very niche. So the thing is, even though it's small, but whereas a game which came this year formed a community in India so fast, and they're hosting tournament. It's pretty darn good, and people, it's open to anyone. You can just call your neighbor kid, tell him to hop in, and you guys can go participate in the tournament.
There's a 52-second void on your channel. Wait, why? What the hell is happening, dude? Okay, so I'm really sorry to interrupt the conversation which we were actually going through. YouTube is screwing things up.
Yes, guys, from our side, we are trying our genuine best to run it for you guys. I am opening the stream. I am really sorry if you guys go through any.
I'm
difficulty.
actually actively still working on my phone to actually figure out what the hell is going on. Like we are trying to go through the YouTube studio and other stuff to figure out what the shit is happening.
Yeah, so it's if anything is out of the ordinary, it's not from us. It's from YouTube. The thumbnail and all this sort of stuff.
Dude, it happened today morning also while I was streaming. The YouTube thumbnail just randomly it just disappeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And
So
I can't seem to get it fixed even. Like try to re-add your thumbnail. It still won't show up.
I did it just now as you're speaking.
It's just broken, dude. YouTube is too broken today. The push notifications are also broken.
It's
It's sad,
really-
dude.
It's sad.
We apologize. We are seriously sorry for what's happening because of YouTube, and like we seriously apologize for it. But we can't seem to get it fixed. Like there is no way we can fix it.
If anyone knows the solution, do hit us up because anything
Please.
is appreciated.
Right now, we wanna fix it.
And yeah, so one more thing which I wanna ask is, Farah, why do you think a community is needed? Like why? Like why would you think a community is needed? Like if you are a game developer or if you are a guy who's into gaming, what's the need of a gaming community, or what's the need of community in general for you?
You can really say like bug testers. That's like the first thing a community does better than anybody else. Like bug testing your actual game. Community would do it better than any developer can.
Yes.
Imagine the Omen glitch.
Yeah.
Omen going under the map in Icebox. No developer found it.
And the fact, recent weeks people have been pulling out the Killjoy glitch where you can put it on the map, like on top of the map. It shoots throughout the whole game. If anyone is coming from C, A, B, it's just shooting. The turret is like these bugs. I'm pretty sure developers have done. Developers they're working their ass off. They're doing their thing.
Like,
That's the part of community. As Fanta told, like it's not even a thing for multiplayer. Even for a single player game, they respond to it and they tell developers, they tag developers telling fix your game. It's like
Yeah,
we are
it's
doing
broken.
their task. Yes, it's broken.
And the best part is even companies like Nvidia,
Yes.
they put out graphics card like 3080s, 3090s, and they were broken. And they only figured it out after it was in hands of the community, where the capacitor thing blew up. And the gaming community was the first one to figure it out because synthetic workloads, the cards were working fine. But in games, the cards would crash.
Okay.
Like in that thing, like where like community figured it out.
Yeah.
Even the guys over at Asus, EVGA, other companies, like all the big companies, Gigabyte, they couldn't figure out stuff like that. But community did extensive amount of testing by not doing it. They just used the cards.
And I think I saw a video last week from GamerRanks telling how bugs were there in the game. People couldn't go to the next mission because there's one the developer didn't do something, and the players found that out, going out of their way and tried to fix it and gave the code even to the developer. So there was like incidents like that which happens to the game, and people genuinely who are part of the community go out of their way to fix the game.
The best thing is, Skyrim, right?
Yes.
The developers haven't updated the game yet. The community runs the game at this point. The community runs servers. The community update those servers. They add updates to the game, all by the community.
Yeah.
The developers have left the game like 4 years back, 5 years back. They don't give a shit, and their game is still alive by the community experiencing issues. YouTube
It's
is
back.
experiencing
It's back.
issues.
It's
What the
back.
hell?
So before going into the future stuff, talking about Minecraft, people in the chat, what do you think is the best community according to you guys? Like, what do you think is the best community you guys think? Like, which community you guys would love to be part of? Don't tell YouTuber's name, tell a game name. Talking about Minecraft, a game which runs for the community,
By the community.
Yeah,
No, to be
that
fair, the
is
developers do give updates.
Yes, that's one game I really feel it's been doing. It's like the game which is with CS. It died. It died. PewDiePie got it back, and it's still going on. It's
Okay.
never died.
By
but
the way,
it gave the popularity because of PewDiePie gave it to it.
this is a reality. Look at this. This is a Minecraft server running on my second PC. Right there. Like right beside me right now. That's a Minecraft server. It's all blurred out because reasons. But it's a Minecraft server running on my second PC right now.
Yeah.
It's a sandbox game that came out in 2010. And imagine I'm still running a server.
And guys, I just want to give us fun story time. Okay, so this sandbox game which came out is where today my dude celebrated birthday of a guy. Yes.
Yeah, in that game, we celebrated a guy's birthday and we went out of the way. This sandbox allows you to go on extreme limits for some reason.
Yeah.
This game has literally no restriction. You can walk forever and you can still have like more world to explore.
Yeah, the game like this. If till date, if I can replay the whole game of survival because that guy has more experience than me in building stuff. I had really fun playing by myself. I would love to play with like the same game, the same survival, but you can the endless possibility. And the community kept asking, and the developers kept giving them. Nether update, take it. They're like at one point, everyone was scared in community. This game, what can they do to keep this game alive? The
Like,
Minecraft
seriously.
developers like let me introduce, take it. Nether update, take B update, keep Netherite. It's the strongest. They kept giving new updates for the people.
Now
It's so
they're like,
painful.
okay, the game is kind of fading out. It's dying out. It's slowly dying. Hold my beer. Caves update. Take it. Like, what the hell? You guys.
They've been like see, so that's the thing. Like when the community is like the people in Reddit and Reddit of Minecraft is so it's like the most creative Reddit you can see, and it's one of the active Reddit. People come up with stuff you can do every day. Like there's the smallest tips and tricks you can do with building the same machine. There are you can build one machine in 8 ways. In the 8 ways, there is subcategory of building it in 4 different ways. That's how great this Minecraft community in general is, and I think this is one of the prime example of having a community. The transparency between a developer and the player base, and the player base asks something and developer gives it. It's as simple as it is. It is not simple, but they do it. It's still dead running, and I think that game can never die. And that game is like still dead. You can have fun and play with your friends.
The best part is right. So there, like, Outdated pointed out a glitch, which no Minecraft player was able to figure out. Not even the devs, and not even the devs expected a player is gonna go that far. So a guy might have used a glitch, a code method, or actually went to the one of the borders of the map where like there is like so they used to call it like, the glitch is known as outlands, where the world generation code would fuck up at some point of time. Like there's a code in Minecraft where the world automatically keeps generating, and it's gonna keep generating further. So at Outlands, the world got glitched. Like the world would stop generating, and the entire game would just break. No developer ever thought anybody's gonna go that far, but the community proved them wrong.
Yes.
Like
Like,
the 32-bit integer limit, not the 64-bit. 64-bit integer limit is too high for any human being to cross. But the 32-bit integer like limit reached there.
the
And
community is basically like, it's like unofficial mods and developers for that any game if you take. Let's take
yeah,
another game, GTA 5. The game is dead.
kind.
Like, story mode is dead. The only thing which is keep the game running is online, RP, mods. And guess RP and mods. Guess who did it? If your answer is community, 10 points for you. Yes. GTA 5
10
online.
points to the
roleplay,
Gryffindor.
see, GTA 5 online is only done by like Rockstar. They did their
Yeah,
thing. They
camera is
backed
gone.
out.
Okay, it's back.
It's back. Okay, they did it and they came back. Whereas the community of GTA is like, let me introduce you to something called roleplay. You can live in GTA 5. You can eat, drink, you can rob. You can do your wildest fantasy in roleplay.
Don't live in GTA 5. There is a real world you have to exist in. Please, thank
Yeah.
you. It's
And
important.
it's so damn crazy. Like even Rockstar were astonished at one point. They acknowledged this, telling that thanks for having us. They legit came out with the appreciation that thanks, and they gave few free stuff for people playing online, which is pretty crazy. Like, that's, they realized the important, and it's sad to see games like Fortnite where they were so damn good, doing really good job communicating, like they were communicating every single thing with their community. Now once it's not their fault, the game is getting bigger, I get it, but the least we can ask is like a patch note. The patch note would be the least thing we can ask, and something
They
like that.
took patch notes away from us. That was ridiculous. You know, you do something right, and the entire world appreciates you for it, and then you're like, yeah, we did it too right. Let's just not do it anymore. Like, why?
It's so
Who's
messed up.
saying no to a patch note? We were asking for it. We were telling other developers, look at those guys giving patch notes. Like, literally, they made every single developer on this planet to start giving patch notes.
Yeah.
And
And
now they stopped giving it.
it's so messed up. And like communities, there are games which are funded by community, which is mind blowing. Like, developers, like, we have a game this game is nice. And community is like, hold my beer, take my cash, make the game, take and go. Start making the game. We want to play, and that's how communities are. They're like, start the developers like, thank you, senpai, and they start working on the game. So this community is like so damn good. It can take you to heights,
Dude.
and it can pull you down to hell. Like,
And
that's
the
how.
worst thing is, developers took our money and not wrote the game. Cyberpunk 2077 pre-orders,
Guys,
please.
Guys,
You know my pain.
I have exclusive news from them. It's coming in 2077. Trust me, guys.
Yeah.
No cap. It's coming.
They never
Cyberpunk is coming.
pre-order a game. I did. I'm regretting it. I pre-ordered it like in January of 2020 or before that. No, I guess November of 2020, somewhere along those lines. I don't remember the exact month. But
Yes.
I regret it. Please don't do it. Please just wait for the developer to actually release the game. They took my 2.5 grand and I have zero updates on actually anything. And it has been a while.
But they gave a hope by coming and leaving the game in YouTube, which is pretty darn lit. Not gonna lie, like, they're like, guys, we are here. Don't worry, we didn't scam you. Game is coming here. Take the game. This is how the game is gonna look. So that's nice to seeing the game developer. So see, the communities were getting pissed at Cyberpunk. Not gonna lie, like the Reddit posts were getting violent day by day. Twitter was getting violent day by day. Discord groups are going crazy. So they had to step in and make an official claim. Now it's been pushed to December 10th. I hope they release it. But yeah, it's pushed to 20, to give people hope. They just release the gameplay, how the cars are gonna look, how weapons are gonna look, so how
But
everything
the
is
thing
gonna
is,
look.
what are they patching from 1 year? That's my question.
Yeah.
How broken the game was when you were
Yeah.
actually going to launch it, and how many months do you take to fix a game?
I'm pretty sure. Once the game is released,
Your mic is. Oh.
you have a problem. You have a problem. Can you hear me?
Imagine, yeah. Imagine
Yeah.
they release the game and it's still full of bugs.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be bugs, and Reddit is gonna be like gonna trash the shit out of Cyberpunk just for making the game, taking so much time on the game, and still
And
not
they're
letting.
still not actually fixing the game.
Cyberpunk is not overhyped. It's like trying to maintain the thing, but at some point, if they go overboard, I think it can be like dipping. Imagine
They
if there's a
ruined.
game like OS Ready Player One. There's a beta version, but it's fake. Okay, unlimited customability. No, about the game, the thing they should try to release it as soon as possible because like people can't handle it. Like how
It's too
people
much.
people have not Fanta has paid less. People who are paid for the Founders Edition. That is like with the figurines, map,
I
and
got a
stuff,
discount on Founders Edition. I
which is
paid for
more
the
costly.
Founders Edition, and it's 4.5 grand. Like, I guess 6.5 grand, and I got a huge discount because I had like 2 or 3 coupons to actually claim. So I got it for 2.5 grand. Like, it's a really long story, a credit card discount and other stuff. At the end of the day, it was 2.5 grand for me. But
Yeah.
I paid for the Founders Edition, the one I'm gonna get a T-shirt in, a map, the game in a disc, and a GOG code too, where I can claim the game if the disc is too outdated. I assure you, the disc is gonna be seriously outdated. And who uses disc? What
Yeah.
generation are we living in? Excuse me.
PS5 be like, guys, we have a digital. You can use the hard take. It's costly too, but take this.
Like, who uses? What was the last time you used a CD? Tell me that in the chat. Like, what was the last time you touched a CD? Unless you're a console gamer, I have
Yeah.
zero condolences to you, please. Like, you guys will always use CD until you die.
Now, unless you can go for the digital like
I told
thing.
you there's gonna be one person, and that's outdated. There was always one guy right between among us. He was always
Yeah.
here. He was the imposter.
He's us. Outdated is us.
He was
And
the
no,
imposter, dude.
and the fact like this is the reality of anything. If everything has pros, then it has to have cons. Like that we know that at one point of time, everything has. We have been talking like the positive side. There are more like these are the main pointers. There are many more pointers to it. But all I'm telling is, if you take a topic, anything has pros. It has the equal number of cons. Let's see some cons. What do you think is one of the biggest con of being under a community, Fanta?
Cons. Some of them are like, this is a weird thing that I'm gonna say, and this is not scripted at all. You get emotionally attached to people who will leave you without saying anything. This is not something I want to say, but it just came through my mind for some reason, and I wanted to say it. Like, those people are not that emotionally attached to you. So, like, yeah, that's a con. Because you don't know who that person is. You have never seen their faces. But, the real con is you seriously trust a lot of people here, and like the community could backfire any moment. We
Yeah.
screw up and say something wrong out in the public, like we said something too racist or maybe something too sexist or something like that. That could backfire instantly, even if we had zero intentions to actually pull that off. Like, that would be a publicity stunt. Like, remember the Bezo place thing? I
Yeah.
still not actually creating a conspiracy
And
here.
and no, the fact you can't blame the thing called community. It's the country we are in, India. We can't take a joke. They don't know the meaning of sarcasm. We can't take Indians can't take a joke. Come on, even if you tell I'm a cool banda, no, you can't take a joke. You can't take a joke. So that is another thing that we are in a country which is still whose thought process is still 2000s and still in 90s. So we can't. We need to step up and try to change and stuff. And yeah, as Fanta told, controversy again. The Mizo. I don't have full image on it. I know that there's been a controversy about Mizo place and stuff. Like the one
That
thing
blew
which
up.
I hate about communities is they blindly stick on to pointers. They take sides without even checking the facts. They blindly take the pointers.
The thing is, right? Almost every single streamer and YouTuber I know jumped into that matter. And everybody was defending one or the other group. But at the end of the day, it didn't create any conclusion.
Yeah.
And the guy who actually said the thing, I'm not gonna take his name because maybe, just maybe, I might send like some hate if that person doesn't know what happened. Like, he said some stuff which was bad, I agree. But going after that guy and just trying to like just the entire community went on a battle for no reason. And like it I was like genuinely I went offline Discord, offline streaming, offline everything. There is too much hate out there for me to actually go and have fun. Could have easily, like milked that topic and got views and other shit or something like that.
And the people did too. The people really sat down and milked on the controversies.
They made
Hey,
videos on it.
yo, guess who's in the chat?
Dude, imagine they just like did stuff like that. Who is in the chat? Like the chat isn't loading for me or something.
It's for Spring. Spring is in the chat.
Spring
Yeah,
is
for
in
me.
the chat. I can't see him. Spring,
I
I
put it
hate
in the
you.
live chat.
I
Yeah.
hate you for not actually picking up my call.
That's the topic for another day.
That's a topic we have to actually work on.
Yeah, but the thing is the we how we trash talk.
He's
on-
like,
on
same.
people.
We have a verified YouTube channel in our chat and I hate it. And listen now, whoever thinks I'm gonna give him any respect, screw him.
I have utmost respect for Spring Spoon.
He is my friend, he's my brother, and dang, I'm gonna say anything to him whatever I feel like. I don't care.
No, the communities how they
That's how-
respond to controversy. Like I don't want to pull out names again, but people like they take side. You have to take a side when it's a controversy, or you should just be a viewer. Because once you take a controversy, or once you like people take it too damn personal. Like the fight at one point, it was either you take this guy's side or her side, and people went sicko. Once they took the creator also was not telling to dislike. The viewers of that particular content creator outrageously went and started to do stuff out of their thing. The creator was keeping quiet. The viewers just lost their shit. So that's one big flaw of community, because they can't handle stuff. They just go out of their way and do. People do distract, like distract, though it's a thing in, I'm telling, it's not a thing in Indian Fortnite community yet, but in other stuff
Spring
it's just
is in
like,
the VC. He's like drag. Not on my server, Spring. Not on my server. One sec. Hold up, the OBS overlay broke. He's here. Spring is here. He just pops in. 1 second. Hold the front door. I have to fix something. Spring, what's up? The entire OBS overlay broke. Nice. Spring, unmute your mic. The overlay should work, kind of.
oh yeah, it's working.
The thing is, it's still the old overlay. We didn't
It's
update it.
Gucci though, chill.
It's Gucci.
Yeah.
It's fine for now.
The thing, right? So people used to like take sides blindly. People went out of their way to do stuff, and even a small misunderstanding like led to big Twitter beef and stuff, which is so damn dumb. Like we can't do at sometimes, like we can't even stop it. It's like a forest fire. It keeps growing. I have no idea. We can't stop it. So the communities take this controversial stuff to the next level, and sometimes we can't control it. And even friends, like two friends, the personal issue can be solved within themselves, but one guy does this damn dumb stuff to take it online, and that's all. It's a fight between two communities and not fight between people. It's legit fight between two different communities, where people their personal life is on internet now. And one bad thing about internet is, once you let your personal information, there's no coming back from it.
You don't
It's
have
all-
permission to speak. Yes, Spring has a lock on his thing. He can't speak. Change his settings. He can't speak. Spring, try to speak now. Hello. I don't know why did he get a servo mute out of nowhere. Fix the thing. Hello.
Yes.
What's up?
चालू कर कैमरा फोन पे तो
क्या? Bro, मैं बहुत shit दिख रहा हूँ इस time पे. I can't.
कौन यहाँ पे स्प्रिंग की शादी करवाने आया? कौन लड़की लेके आया है? बताना तो. Excuse me. Can we know in the chat?
मना नहीं.
Oh, nice. The thing is, ladies and gentlemen, if Spring Spoon doesn't show up in the next stream, I'm telling you, next stream, the entire stream, from start till the end, we're gonna introduce this dude who is below me right now.
Okay.
And
अरे वो छोड़, बात सुन मेरी। क्या
क्या?
कहते हैं, तूने जो फोन किया था ना,
हम्म
मैंने एक्चुअली तेरा नंबर सेव नहीं किया एंड आई वाज लाइक कोई रैंडम होगा तो मैंने साइड से म्यूट कर दिया। आई एम सॉरी। इट्स योर 6 वाला नंबर राइट, जो 6 से चालू होता है।
सुन ना, एक काम करना, पूरा नंबर बोल दे स्ट्रीम पे। नहीं नहीं बोलेगा तो
क्या?
चुप रहे। नहीं बोलेगा।
रुक जा, hold up। ढूंढने दे, अबे बहुत सारे आए हुए हैं। बता।
Let me call you once.
62640।
अरे 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 chill. We are not giving my number out to every single person in the chat right now. Not a great idea. Privacy is a thing.
हाँ मेरे काट देना नंबर, हम सेव नहीं कर रहा।
Save कर
ब्लॉक करने
चुपचाप।
नंबर को,
हाँ
अरे
हाँ
ब्लॉक करने वाले नंबर को।
हाँ हाँ।
थैंक्स है।
लेट्स गो 14 लोगों के सामने है ना बेइज्जती लम्बा। 14 लोगों के सामने उसके 100,000 सब्सक्राइबर है, nobody cares.
अरे
Adi. Actually 200,000, let me fix that. Sorry, apologies.
220।
Nobody cares.
Okay buddy।
No, it's
I'm sad.
okay, by the way. Okay. Anyhow.
This one.
This dude below us is gonna actually will show up on our next podcast, and it's final now.
Yes, we'll see।
We'll see. And shut the front door. Nobody's asking for your opinion. So,
Hey, this is straight up bully, man. We talk about
nah, we bully here. So, actually, Spring, let us finish up our post, wrap up everything, and we'll discuss the next schedule today. And you're gonna actually show up in a VC in after the podcast.
what if I don't show up?
If you
Please.
don't show up, I'll take a knife and kill you.
Okay, this
good luck.
thing. Okay,
You are
guys.
actually so far
Talking
away
about
from me, bro.
podcast.
Don't tell me about podcasts.
Punjab right now.
We are running a podcast. right now.
Okay, Spring. We are
अच्छा.
in an actual podcast here, please. Like,
Oh, sorry, मुझे पता नहीं था, my bad.
bye.
तो तुम लोग podcast भी करते हो?
Yes,
Yes.
Spring. I'm dragging you down.
Oh,
Have fun.
Okay, bye.
This is how our podcast got hijacked by Mr. Springspoon himself. I don't like that.
And yeah, so we're talking about this clash stuff about communities. It's pretty damn dumb. Like I can tell you, recently, like past 3 weeks, it's been very bad. Like even in Twitter beef, they've been going Twitter beef and stuff. I'm talking for now about Fortnite India because that's one community which I am mostly a part of. Because in that one, people it's a very small community, so if you show hate towards a person, it's easy to reach to that guy. It doesn't take a while, it just goes. And some people outrageously make video, just talk shit about them on Twitter, and their whole fan base goes and hates on them, which is pretty damn bad. And I think we need to change that ASAP, like ASAP.
We need to stop this. To be fair, this is one of the reasons why we actually chose this topic. Like, there are some seriously nice movements about our community. They came together and did some amazing stuff which we couldn't have pulled off. India versus Pakistan scrims. That was one of the things in Fortnite community which was recognized across India. Like across India, across Pakistan, and across the world. That was like something way out of the box. And like,
I think at the end of the day, we shouldn't let these small fights define the name. The whole name of a community goes down. Just like how the esports scene was just spoiled because of a guy's mistake. So that's how, like, one single dude or fight between a guy and
not
another
his
guy.
name again, not specifying what happened. If you know the CSGO thing, you know it. If you don't know it, we don't want to say hate again, not specifying it.
Yeah, so because just a fight between two dudes who should have settled it personal. Once you get it to internet, it becomes a huge fight. That's not cool. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know, this message will reach to any big streamers. But if any big streamers come through this message, I'm pretty sure they should stop it. Or if they've done it, or even if they are part of this thing, they should try to put an end or try to stop it as soon as possible once it grows. What are your thoughts?
I just don't know what to say about what happened back then and how the community was ruined, because at the end of the day, we have worked really hard to get our day back in there. Like back up there where we are recognized enough to actually stand with people who are like of our stand, like who are way above. Like it has been in the esports community since like 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. Now like we can stand with them. That's the best part about this. And we can wrap things up by saying couple of stuff. Couple of topics we can actually discuss about is like the future of this. What are we like looking forward for? What are we looking forward for our communities?
Yeah, I think this podcast is a prime example for our community getting crossover between two communities for a good thing for building another huge community. Like though I might know people, Fanta might know 10 people. Together it's growing. Together it's we are making like there's a meme, right? Apes together
Tell
are
me
strong.
one of our streams which gets 46 likes.
It's,
Like
it's something like that.
imagine.
Like apes together strong. Similarly, like that, communities together can get a thing down or get a thing up there. So that's the whole purpose of this podcast, and we are genuinely happy that people are coming, and you should give props to all the social media. Shout out to Reddit, Discord, huge thing which I this quarantine has helped me to pass through. I met people, spoke, video call just because of Discord. Talking about Discord, shameless plug. We have our own podcast.
Podcast. We have our own Discord.
Link is down in the description.
If you haven't already, join the Discord, and I guess we can say like 50% of the people who are right now in the podcast haven't joined our Discord yet.
Yes, if you're not yet, do join it, and you can share this link to anyone. You can use this Discord just to chill. It's just very start, and we will make one of few people of you guys to even more give your thoughts, your brainstorm section, how to fix this Discord, how to make it more productive. So you guys can hop in, start giving your suggestions for that.
And maybe
And-
we can like do a public meeting for once where
Yeah, we
we
can,
like everybody's gonna be muted, so that's like a thing. But we can have a public meeting where Crystal, I, Outdated, Gamer, like we four of us, while we are brainstorming, you can see behind the scenes of 2HP. Half of it is gonna be Omegle and random shit talk, I assure you, but still. Like
Well,
it's
that's like, I'm not gonna lie, the brains during the like see after we end the stream, we just don't leave 2HP. This will be running behind our head. Like tonight we'll start discussing about what we're gonna speak next Sunday, which you guys have a hint about. Think what it is about. So we'll start working on the design, start working on the thumbnails. Among that we'll have our fun and stuff, so you guys can be a part of joining that. Do join the Discord. We will pull you in the meeting VCs, and we can show how we to get this final output to you guys. We can tell how we have done it.
no more. We are actually gonna start like we're gonna go beyond whatever we have set up until now. Right now we are still like people are saying that we are actually in the middle part of the podcast thing. Like we are actually sure like living up to people's expectation, living up to our quality, and living up to everything else. We consider us to be at the bottom of the segment yet.
Yes.
We are not comparing us to any other podcast streamer in entire India right now.
The fact, the more we are learning about podcasts, the more we get to know the people in this 14 Indian communities are starting podcasts weekly. Last week alone, 2 new people started new podcasts. I don't want to pull their names, but I genuinely don't know their names. And there's one guy who did it with Cookchi and stuff, which is mind blowing. Like they are doing it, they're setting the bars for us in a whole new level, and we need to at least put in the input to come up to their level to show that if our 2HP should be a thing in the future, we need to grind our ways up. And yeah, it's all because of you guys. We are come like 4 episodes in this one together, and again, sorry for not showing up last Sunday on your screens, but yeah, we will try to be as consistent as possible. Fun fact, Fanta was like gone out, even I had gone out. We rushed by 7:30. We all are near the 2HP. So we're like, okay, we gotta start.
Okay, let's pull everything together. It's all broken.
So the thing is, yeah, so we are trying to work on a lot of stuff, and I want to put my like few points before going to a conclusion. Like, what Fanta, what is your basic ideology on a perfect community or tips on growing a community? Because I can tell from my POV that Fanta's Discord and the people in it are genuinely one of the best people you can ever find.
Like,
So,
let's if we take as a community, right, the best
Mhm.
part is if you want to build a community, right,
Mhm.
the first basic rule of building a community is being part of that community.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the one rule, at
Mhm.
least in the start, when you are like able to communicate with people. Like, if you want to start a YouTube channel in general, as for me, like, 1,000 people will have 1,000 different opinions, and 1,000 different opinions might be right for them, at least not for everybody. And it's not like the one knife will work for every single job. You can't cut a tree with a knife.
Yeah.
You need an axe for it. But it's like this stuff works for like everything else. The thing is, for me, my thought is just be the part of the community, be with them, and like show them that you are actually their friend. Because it's not about showing, it's about actually feeling it, to be honest. But at least if you can't actually feel it, at least show it. I feel it, I enjoy it. I usually hang out with people I really like every single one of the people who sit in my server is kind of a person I personally talk to if I have to, and personally hang out with if I have to.
Yeah.
Like it just like, unless I'm busy for 2HP, my own YouTube channel, or maybe something else, I will actually hang out with these people. Like, normally with zero, like, asterisk in there that I have to stream, I have to do something else with them. No, just playing games with them, shit talking with them, and just having fun.
And my thoughts on building a community is take it slow. You have enough time for you. You need not rush up stuff, and don't try to build a community on this monetization base. I've seen many people doing giveaways, building up their base. They're making their base community build on something like you join mine, I'll give you something. Don't build a community on that factor, because that is a very bad thing to build on. Because every single time they do something, they'll expect something. That shouldn't be how a community is. And at the same time, never have expectations when you do something. I have past few months I've been noticing that there are people who do stuff and expect something in return, which is very bad for a community. Which might They might be looking in a very good position, they might have a really good sub count, they might really get that donation, super chat, everything. But don't try to implicate your ideas on your community. Let them be an individual person, let them have their own thoughts, let them have their own freedom, give them the space, let the community grow. And you don't put your too much influence to grow communities grows on themselves. You should just have your efforts put into it, but not your influence. Please keep this in your mind, because recent days I've been seeing this going on a lot, where people build their communities based on giveaways. You do that giveaway, you do this giveaway, which is good. You're giving something back to community, but don't build a community just by giving giveaways, which is very bad. I just want to pull that point. And be friendly. As Fanta told, he covered most of my point. Be friendly. Don't have an intention to don't see them as a viewer, see them as a friend. At some point, you can't see if you have 1 million, you can't see every 1 million sub your friends, but you can see them as a person. Respect their decision, let them do. And people who are there with you through the toughest time, and people who are there with you now when you're having everything, don't forget them. Because I've seen people who have been forgetting people who were with them with their thick and thins, and just forgetting just because of their recent actions. Don't be that dude. Yeah, so that's, I pretty much put in together of Fantas and mine. So you build a perfect community. There's nothing called perfect, it's our POV of perfect. So yeah, that's how you should be trying to build a community. Talking about community, we have a Discord. Join our Discord.
Oh my god,
Do
I'm
it.
still getting messages for the thumbnail and other
So
stuff still not
please
working.
please join the Discord. And again, before wrapping up, I just want to tell, really sorry for not showing up for last podcast, and sorry for all the
We
technical issues we
apologize,
had.
dude, seriously. We are
Yeah.
still apologizing for technical issues we had. Like, we are seriously having, like, right now I got multiple messages for like, please fix the thing, like, please fix your crap, and I'm like, I can't. Like, I am still actively receiving DMs and other stuff like, fix the thumbnail, fix this description. Like, half of the people are not even getting a description, and half of the people are unable to even get themselves in the, like they are not getting a notification. That was one of the complaints. And
Right.
like other stuff, like today's podcast was seriously
I
YouTube's end was
am
screwed up.
more than any one of us. Again, we are thanking our community because you guys are the one like 48 likes, yeah. And thanks for the
48
one.
people showed up
Thanks for
with
the
no
one guy
notifications.
Thanks for the one guy disliking. Love you too. But yeah, 48 people like that is also crazy, right?
That's
Crazy.
ridiculous.
49. Thank you.
Can we
Thanks
get
for
50? Can we get 50? Can we get 50? Can we get 50?
We hit 50, Fanta. It's refreshed for me.
We hit 50?
We did. Thank you for every single human being for coming
Can we get 69 likes?
because the notification was messed up. Everything was messed up. Like it was. I was genuinely surprised because like whenever we do the podcast in alternatively, when we do in Fanta's channel, Fanta will have this thing called "Oh shit, will people show up? Will the stream notification be delayed?" Today I had the fear. So it's a thing which we keep having, but the fact that we somehow managed to do it, it all thanks to you guys. Before ending the stream, I want to give some appreciation. Thanks to Outdated for helping us with the designs.
Dude.
Um,
I
that
don't
dude-
know how the fuck are we gonna survive if Outdated and Crystal are not there.
Yes. Yeah, I'll come to
Podcast
Crystal.
would die.
He's having his shit to deal with. He's getting paid for doing this for
The
free.
mic is gone.
Hello.
It's back.
Yeah, he's doing it for free for us for the friendship. He's respecting the friendship and doing for it. Big props to him. Thank you, Crystal. Helped us to build the Discord and help our brain deads to put together in a group. And she keeps like tonight she'll start pestering us to get in a VC and start discussing about
Dude,
it.
she is the person who hammers us like
Yeah.
podcast,
Like,
podcast.
I am 20.
Podcast.
I'm 20. Fanta's almost turning 19. She's 15. She's like holding us like this. Get into work. Get to work.
You idiots! We
I'm
understand.
I'm on with you.
Dude,
So
it's
all
just-
thanks to her, man. She's a really genuinely a good person who's pushing us. And like if you're seeing this today, it's in some way Crystal Outdated. All of these have worked their ass off. Genuinely want to thank them. And when we put our ass off, you are the guys who are sitting and watching two brain-dead people talking about a topic.
For
Thanks
about
for-
1.5 hour or 1 hour.
1 hour. Thanks for all the people who are coming. And we have this Fanta just brainstorm this idea just before starting a thing. Next time, if any problems are like, we'll pre-record our podcast and premiere it to you guys. In that way, you guys can see it. So we are working on stuff and we are trying to make this available for you guys in other platform too via Spotify. SM20. I look 16. That's a topic for another day. Yeah. So
The thing is, right, we are thinking of maybe pre-recording a podcast. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's just like, the thing is, if we pre-record a podcast for some reason, you might like it more than the live podcast.
Because
If
it'll
pre-recorded,
be the one thing which I will personally miss seeing you guys going ham in the chat. I'll genuinely miss you guys for that. But other than that, I think everything else will go smooth. There won't be lag. The thumbnail will be on point. Description, everything will be on point. That's one way. We'll do a trial with that for one podcast. We're working our ass to get it on Spotify. And if you wanna watch the old podcast, there's a playlist link down in the description. Click it. Watch all the 4 episodes. And if you guys want to really support us, this is the thing which we can ask is share this podcast to your friends,
please.
family, anyone like who's into like, because this thing without you guys is not possible. So if you guys share it, get in new audience. When we are trying to share it, if you get a new audience, it would mean the world to us.
We are actually trying, like, literally to go as much out of box as possible. But for today, I guess we are done.
And thank you once again for 51 people liking the stream.
I don't know why we can't get our audience to give 51 likes on any of our streams, but okay.
Thank you guys.
Should I be offended? In a
don't
way.
think.
In a way. In a way, like, I should be offended because you guys somehow, from the day one till today, you guys have, destroyed that like button for every single one of our podcasts.
Yeah, that's true. To be fair, even last week we all were in a doubt about. Still, you guys got us 45. That's so crazy.
Like, this is-
Thanks for every single human being showing us to the stream. I'm pretty sure you guys would have got a hint about next week's podcast. We don't want to give more spoilers. Keep it
We
thinking.
didn't want to give the initial spoilers if that guy didn't show up.
But yeah, it's gonna be a huge thing. We have planned a huge ass stuff. I'm pretty sure more people are gonna from his perspective, from his audience side, his community. So which is gonna be pretty darn good. So yeah, until then,
Catch you guys later. And as
me.
usual,
it's me, Gamer, and Fanta signing off.
signing out.
Nice to-
And
hope you guys have
Gamer,
a-
you're missing out on something. The one line
Arigato
you.
gozaimasu, boys. Bye. Thank you
Bye.
for coming. See ya.